I have with me Anthony Abraham. Is an entertainment analyst and a tech enthusiast. Now, a couple of videos went viral this week, and I said, let's talk about it and let's grab lessons from these videos, because the truth is, some of these videos you see on the internet is just not just for you to look at and laugh. There are life lessons that can be grabbed from them. So, here we go, Anthony Abraham.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for joining us on Take Over, Anthony.
It's always a pleasure to be here with you, and I think from when you started, you've always told me about the show, and I'm like, no, I'm absolutely interested, and whatever support you need from my end, count me in.
Yeah, when if you hear him talk about tech, you understand what I'm trying to talk,
what
I'm trying to say. Let's quickly play one video. Let's play a video on that tells a story about how people, perceive people on social media as real, when indeed what they have is false life. Let's listen to this video. We'll come back and we have the full conversation.
What they appear to be online. For example, do you like my hair? Well, it's not real. Neither are these glasses. So what I did was to track the object to my face using a software. And yeah, my face. Of course it's not real. Neither is this background. So if you continue comparing your real life with someone's controlled content, you sabi oh, you thought that phone was real? Oh, yo.
Okay, I'm real. I'm not fake. I'm real. This is real. It's not fake. But Anthony, what lessons can we glean from what Mr. And by the way, all credit to Miss Techie for that video. I mean, it shows us how very fake some of the things that we see on social media, thanks to special effects.
Exactly.
So what lesson can we glean from that video?
Well, I'll say, people sometimes just want to get into some fantasy world, and, you need to sort of respect that, but make sure they don't go overboard, because it gets to a point where you have to know where to draw the line, because there's a threshold, and after you cross that threshold, that's it. Years back, they had issues in South Korea too with, people getting to live their lives on online games. It was terrible. I think somebody even died. Nobody knew, because he was just, and you know how the virtual worlds are. It was SimCity. Yeah, that was a huge game then. It was a massive hit. SimCity was a massive hit years back, and it was a game where you could live your world, create your world,
Absolutely.
be God.
That was the game where you could take a second life, right? When you die.
It was just something that helped people.
It's scary.
You understand? So Koreans had challenges then with people getting logged in and just being there. So it's going to be a challenge that's going to be on for a very long time, because like I said, it's the getaway for some people. And now, with the lockdown, you're home. I mean, UK, they're crying. So when you're home, what happens? You still want to go to clubs, you still want to hang out, and these things are created digitally. Oh my goodness, you're going to have a ball.
And Anthony, just a few, I think about 2 weeks ago, we, part of our Tech Global Updates reads that a lot of young ones are suffering from depression due to overusage of social media.
Yeah.
Mr. Techie just showed us now that you see this hair that you say looks so good, you want to spend your whole salary making that kind of hair. It's actually fake.
Yeah. I heard too that according to research now, it's the #1 source of jealousy globally.
Wow.
Yes. And that's why a lot of things are also being done on these platforms to reduce that. That's why you notice that you can't say certain things. Some comments are not allowed in certain areas. They're trying, but trust me, it can't work, because these young adults get on this thing and that's it. And honestly, at that stage, they're still emotionally not balanced. So they get the emotional balance from that platform. So it's very hard for them to be stable when they're seeing people, doing things like, back in the days when we left secondary school or primary school, you're crying when you sang that song, like God pray till we meet again. But now you don't cry. The second you're leaving school, I'm telling you, hey, I'm creating a WhatsApp group, you understand? And right there, you're watching other people do different things with their lives. When they buy a new car, when they go to Switzerland, when they change and buy a Rolex. So those things can affect people.
So in one sentence, what can you tell people who are affected by these things? What can you tell them to do?
You have to understand that it's called virtual. That's it. What is the definition of virtual? Make believe. So you have to try. There has to be a balance. You have to be able to regulate how much you get online.
All right, Anthony, we could talk about this for days.
Yeah.
I mean, on end, because this is a very controversial topic.
I
People
agree.
are making money.
I agree.
Huge loads of money
They
doing
try to
this
catch
thing,
your
right?
attention.
So they don't want it to stop at all.
I agree.
So let's move to the next thing. Very close to the fake virtual life. There's a video that went viral during the week of an Asian man who whose item fell into someone's garage and double came out, and the next thing the guy poured everything into it and he didn't find it again. Let's watch the video. We'll come back and discuss what lesson we can learn from that. My, that guy is in soup. I mean, that could be everybody, if most of us, our reaction though, right? Don't you think so?
Absolutely hilarious.
You mean the guy dropped 1, 2 came out, and the next thing he poured everything into it, hoping, is that not what we see into this virtual world?
Well, I have this, real life scenario, during one of our pageants, and I know this certain contestant, and one of the challenges she had was her skin. She didn't have really nice skin, and there's all the bikini photography and all that, so she didn't really do that well, but she made it to the 37 girls, and she's not really outstanding pretty, but she's intelligent. But for all of a sudden now, she's really massive on an e-commerce platform where I see her pictures, I'm like, what's going on? I know this girl, her skin is flawless, she looks stunning. You understand what's happened. There's a lot of filtering and a lot of editing going on in her skin. And when you see her on Instagram, on that e-commerce platform, she looks like a goddess. You understand? And I'm like, this is it. I have a friend too who's, she's got skin issues, but on Instagram, oh my God, after all the work, you're like, what's going on? And I'm like, I know this person. And people are commenting, glowing skin. And she responds, and she says all kinds of things, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
So she goes deeper and deeper.
So that tells you how this thing is happening all over the world.
Let's talk about money.
Well,
AKA the MMMs of this
yes.
world, AKA all the hierarchy, money-making platforms, AKA the cryptocurrency that the CBN is even insisting that they are not turning their first decision that they made on it. I mean, that's what we see, right?
Well, I think honestly, with crypto, it's close to being impossible to stop it. You understand? Because the rate at which it's going now, it's global currency that can be controlled by anybody. You understand? And with what Tesla is doing, because Tesla wants to do a lot of business with it in the future. So it's secured a chunk of it already. A lot more billionaires are buying more. So I can assure you that there's no way. It's here. It can't be stopped.
Okay. Greed is another thing that we can connect to this, that we could talk about.
Yeah.
But because of the time that we have, let us play one more. Very interesting. When you watch the video, you know what I'm talking about. Let's watch this.
Give it up. It's big bags busting out the Bentley band. Take them net, work them back, party back, no high. Give it up. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuff. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuff. Up, then it's up. If it's up, then it's stuff. Make you wanna act right. Broke boys don't deserve no kitty. I know that's right. Big bag busting out the Bentley band. Take them and Balenciaga, party back, no high. Give it up. It's big bags busting out the Bentley band. Take them net, work them back, party back, no high. Give it up. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuff. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuff. Up, then it's up. If it's up, then it's stuff. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuff. I can make the act right. Broke boys don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. Big bag and not the Bentley band. Take a man, Balenciaga, party back, and all these is stuff. It's big bags busting out the
Companies are embracing social media, embracing the so-called things that they called vain back then. Who would have thought logistics company, internationally renowned logistics company, would come into some sort of, online battle? That's what is happening here.
It's
online
innovation.
battle.
That's innovation. Innovation, you're thinking customer engagement.
So what can small businesses and SMEs learn from what these giant companies are doing?
Simple innovation, just be innovative. And customer engagement. How do you want to reach your customers? They're tired of the old ways of advertising and they need something interesting. So it's glaring. You need to be able to sit down with young people, creative minds, and think, be innovative. Don't just do it the old way. Old ways are dying. That's the truth. So innovation can trigger customer engagement. It's a constant.
That is the best. I mean, that point is just put the full stop there.
Period.
Just put the full stop
Period.
there.
That's it.
Well, I wish we had more time, but well, they say good things don't last that long, right?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it on Tech Hub. I'm just excited. I'm really excited. That's it on Tech Hub. That's how much we can take on today's edition of a Tech Hub. Remember what Anthony said, innovation is what matters. See what the priest is doing. It's also innovation, embracing innovation. It is here to stay. Remember, COVID-19 is real and it is swift in its spread. Wash your hands, stay at home if you have nothing else to do, and use a hand sanitizer when there is no water. My name is Mercy Frank, and until we see again in the next episode, bye for now.